Are you recording?
Sure looks
Or
that
is
way.
it?
Yeah,
You
he's
want to
recording.
go check?
It
I'm
could
not
be
going to
the
go
button
check this time. That's how I can
The
see
creature
it.
in the trash compactor
It
is
could be the button pusher.
No, we actually see the button pusher. It is not the button pusher.
Oi!
Oi!
Yeah?
It's on.
Hi! Welcome to the BlueMilk podcast, where we talk about anything and everything Star Wars related.
Let's just restart. We're just gonna restart this whole thing.
Cut!
Hi, welcome to the BlueMilk podcast, where we talk about anything and everything Star Wars related. This is Tyler.
Hi, I'm Tyler.
I'm BJ.
I'm Tyler, also known as Jacob.
I'm drinking.
That's
That's
Dirk.
Dirk.
Pretty much we talk about anything related to Star Wars. We each bring a topic to the table when we want to discuss whatever we want to discuss about.
Don't look at me.
Oh my god.
Don't look at you.
No, I haven't got one yet.
Alright. I'll start with Jacob. Jacob.
Oh! We started every episode with me doing it. God bless America. I have two good ones.
He actually has an entire list of
I
topics.
do.
He does,
Um,
apparently. Oh. Two people came prepared.
Let's do one. It's probably kind of a deep one, but what do you think is... Well, I shouldn't say what do you think. What is your preferred method of watching the Star Wars films?
Ooh.
Preferred method. So I mean,
watching Star Wars?
like watching episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, you mean
or
the
like,
machete cut?
Or no, I'm talking about like if you're like doing the machete cut, or you start with the original trilogy, or do you start with the prequels, or do you start with Rogue One, then the original trilogy?
And why?
Or
Alright,
do you...
Dirk.
It really depends on my mood. There are times where I'll start with 4, 5, and 6, and sometimes we'll end with 4, 5, and 6. There's other times where
It's a solid run.
it's a solid run.
Yeah.
I'll start from episode 1 and go all the way through. It really does depend on my mood and really how much time I have. Although time isn't necessarily a factor, because I have started at episode 1 and spent the whole week just watching movies every night until I get through the entire set. It doesn't really matter to me as long as I get to watch them.
Yeah, but I mean, clearly there's one that you prefer over the other. So
It's got to be episode 4. It is my preferred.
Go to 4, 5, 6.
It is my preferred range.
New Hope.
Yeah.
With the most pussy version of Luke.
That's on my list, by the way. So if we get to that point, I may
He
move
went
forward
there.
with that. Yeah, he went there.
It's
He
not my
opened it up,
fault
so
that
it's
Luke
gonna
is
happen.
like a big fucking pussy. It's not my
Luke's
fault.
not the only one.
Yeah, I know. It's the entire
like
male,
father, like son.
Yeah, it's the entire male Skywalker line.
Father, son, grandfather,
grandson, you mean?
uncle, doesn't fucking matter. They're all
All the
Wait,
men.
wait,
all
wait.
the-
Luke has a grandfather?
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, Jacob,
probably.
what are we doing?
I don't know. Like, I mean, before Rogue One, it was 4, 5, 6, then 1, 2, 3, like it all came out. And then it came to the thing, kind of like the machete version.
The machete version, I think, is 4.
They do 4, 5, and then they do 1.
No, they never do 1.
Do they skip 1 and 2?
I think they skip 1.
Why the hell? Why?
Because
Because 1 is shit.
yeah, there's no real.
Well, actually, no. I think they
1,
skip
2,
2.
and 3.
I think it's 1 and 3.
1 and 3 they skipped.
No, they skip 2.
Oh,
they
okay,
watch.
that's-
It's like
It's a good. Yeah.
So they
4,
agree with-
5, 1, 3.
Because then you get the backstory
6.
of Vader, while still technically in between. So you get the
So you get
Vader as a badass.
you get-
in Empire.
You get episode 4, which is like the beginning of the story technically with
Yeah,
Luke, and then
yeah.
you get 5, and then at the end of 5 he reveals that he's Luke's father, and then you go back to 1 and you see him and his like story from 1 to 3.
So you get the whole, how did that pussy little bitch get to be Luke's father?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't see him as a pussy little bitch in like episode 5.
Oh, no.
In episode 5, he's Darth Vader. He's a badass.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you get to see the story of how he became Luke's father. I guess is the way it would work. So you see 4.
How he got the opportunity to bang Padme.
Yeah, essentially. Like, how
Well,
he had
technically
the
they
kids.
don't. They only see... You skip completely at it, too. So you
So
don't get to actually
you're
see
saying
that.
he doesn't bang Padme?
No, you do.
Look, it's another one of the midi-chlorian bullshit.
Well, midi-chlorians... midi-chlorians are ridiculous and...
And it's a completely different topic that we'll cover
No, that's
later.
something else. But regardless, yeah, I think the machete cut is like 4, 5, 1, 3,
and
6.
then 6.
So you get to skip the really, really, really awkward scenes between
The
Anakin and...
the worst one.
I think you
You
missed...
skipped the worst
I
one.
think you missed the part where he's like, I hate
He's
sand.
talking about the sand, yeah.
Yeah, because that was in 2, I think.
Yes, it was. Sadly.
We all fucking
But that
hate
means you also-
sand.
That means you get to miss out
I
on...
thought you were gonna say Attack of the
I
Clones.
love glass.
I actually do like sand because I love the beach. So
Alright, San Diego boy.
hey.
Anyway,
So, but I mean, if I have children, and when I do have children in the far future, I will show them
If they
4,
will let you
5,
have
and
them.
6.
Those keywords.
And if they really want to see 1, 2, and 3, I'll make fun of them a little bit, make them cry a little bit because they're going to be tortured. by
Wow,
that.
that's horrible
That's just
parenting.
fucking rude.
They're going to be 7 or 8. They deserve it. They're going to start crying too when they see 1, 2, and 3, and it's going to be.
Well, if you bring them over here, they're going to cry anyway.
Well, they're not going to come over here.
Excellent.
You don't like kids.
No, I don't.
So I mean,
So why are you here then?
He's a
I
child.
am a
He's
grown
not
ass
kid.
adult that acts like a child, sir.
Act? I don't know.
Apparently he speaks like a child too.
Yes.
anyway, the order in which you prefer to watch them.
4, 5, and 6. Show them that, and then I'll show them Rogue One because it is a really good movie, and then we'll probably watch Rogue One, then 4, 5, and 6, and then 7. So that's probably the way I'm going to show them.
Are you going to even show them 1, 2, and 3?
If they want to, I don't
No.
care.
Okay.
Some really good. I'll show them the Clone Wars animated series.
Are
Definitely.
you done?
Yeah, I'm done now.
Okay, so
God damn.
yeah, we're.
I only
we're
talked for
getting-
3 minutes.
No,
We're getting brutal. Yeah, this is where we get brutal.
Are you
Alright.
done yet?
Haven't even fucking started,
Wow.
you baby, you infant.
Goo goo gag gag.
Skywalker.
So
Sky guy. Come on.
I have only ever seen episode 1, 2, and 3 once.
What?
Ever.
What?
Really?
Yes.
That is.
I have only ever seen episode 1 once, episode 2 once, and episode 3 once.
That's kind of mind blowing.
Really?
That-
Yeah.
I personally
As much
do
as
not
I
like
hate
them.
them,
I
I still
still hate them.
Nope.
Yeah.
I have only ever seen either of those movies once.
Either.
Any of them. I've only seen any of them once. Either of them.
That's fucking.
I've seen all of them at most once.
That's kind of mind blowing, to be honest.
That is
actually.
a little mind blowing, actually.
I've seen episode 4, 5, and 6 like 4 or 5 times each.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
of course, yeah.
I've seen.
I've seen Rogue One twice, and I do like Rogue One. Rogue One is really good, actually. I like it. I love the fact that they just kill everyone at the end of it.
I know.
I'm not gonna fucking say spoilers because if you haven't fucking seen it yet, that's your goddamn fault.
Yeah.
If I ever have children as well, I will show them all 7, 8. Nah, I
By
don't
the
know.
time you have kids,
12.
they'll be 12.
Yeah.
12.
Well, no. There's 1, 2,
There'd
3,
be
4,
the
5,
9
6, 7, 8,
core.
9. Yeah, and then the 3. Because they're doing Rogue One. Then they have the Han Solo.
And then they have
Spin-off.
another spin-off.
Potential for Kenobi.
Yeah, it's either Kenobi or Fett, I believe, isn't it? At this point.
There's a lot of
That
rumors.
kind of leads into one of my topics, so let's
All right. Yeah.
hold
Fair
off
enough.
on that.
But regardless, I've seen all of the movies at least once. I mean, I've seen 7 multiple times as well.
Mhm.
I've only seen it once.
7 I'm totally okay with because it's just a copy of 4.
I still disagree with that.
It's an exact
It's not
copy.
it is not a copy.
They
It's
both
not-
involve sand
It's not a
planets.
copy. It's a reboot.
Did you see the Spaceballs reference?
Yeah.
That's in episode 7.
No.
What?
Oh, is it the comb one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
What?
Yeah, they're.
Have you
it's
seen
like
Spaceballs?
so you know that
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah where they're combing and we ain't found shit in Spaceballs where they're combing the
Right.
desert with an actual like giant fucking comb.
Right.
Yeah, okay. In episode 7, they have those 2 Spaceballs and the giant comb in the sea, like in the corner of like one of the scenes where the Millennium Falcon's like flying through the crashed Star Destroyer on Jakku.
I didn't even
Or is it
realize
Jakku?
that.
Jakku.
Yeah, it is on Jakku. Okay.
Why does everyone want to go back
I
to
didn't even
Jakku?
realize that.
Yeah, it's down in the bottom corner. You really only get to see it for like one frame, really. But someone like freeze framed it and then like circled it, like, hey, there they are. There's a couple of Spaceballs and a giant cone down in the bottom corner there.
That's good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna have to watch it again.
I know. I have it too.
There's no real reason not to watch it again, honestly.
I owned it and then I lost
Well,
the episodes,
I mean-
and I have no clue where
I mean-
my copy went.
Ray is in it, and Ray is Bay, so
Yeah.
Snap my neck, please.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Anyway, yeah. No, I don't really have any like distinct order in which I'd prefer to watch them. I just know that I won't watch the prequels ever again. So
Yes, you will.
I'll do Rogue One, 4, 5. Well, yeah. I mean, if I ever have kids, I'll watch it with them.
No, you'll watch it with us because we're gonna make fun of them.
Oh fuck yeah, that's
We're
right.
gonna do commentaries with them.
Oh, that's
Hopefully,
gonna be rough.
We are?
yeah, that was one of the ideas. I was gonna do commentaries for all the Star
Well,
Wars
now
films.
everybody knows.
Hey, spoiler alert!
It's not really a spoiler. We haven't done it yet, and it's just an idea. We might not.
For when we
might
get
shoot
bored.
it down.
when we get bored for.
But yeah, regardless. So I think my preferred order would probably be just like Rogue One, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, that's fair.
Once
It's solid.
once the spin-offs come out, it'll probably change because I'll actually
Han
probably
Solo will probably be before.
yeah,
Rogue
like
One,
actually Han Solo would probably be well. It depends on where it sits in the timeline. Because I mean, honestly, if I really want to, I'd try to watch it all like in chronological order.
Exactly.
So it depends on where the spin-offs come out in the overall like timeline.
Right.
Because like Han Solo might actually take place in between 2 and 3.
He's not old enough.
Han's like twice the age of Luke in
Yeah,
episode
he is-
4.
he
He's
is
in his
much
30s,
older.
dude.
He is much older.
Luke is like 19, bro.
Yeah, 19.
38?
Yeah.
Math, fucker.
Please, please. Go to school, stay in school,
Learn
don't drop
math.
out. Don't be like him.
Hey, I graduated
Yeah, out of all of us.
From grade school.
Anyway,
No, he's
I-
better than that. He really is better than that.
I'm pretty certain like Han's close in episode 4. I'm pretty certain Han's like double the age of Luke. So his story where he like I don't know where exactly the Han Solo story is going to be taking place.
I don't know either.
It might be like right at the end of his career. I mean, if you don't know, Han Solo started off his career as an Imperial officer. Well, I don't know if he was an officer.
He was an officer.
He was an officer?
Shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Han
and then
Solo.
Nice.
And then he freed Chewbacca on Kashyyyk.
Yeah, he did. Like
Yeah.
when the Imperials.
Nice.
When the Imperials invaded Kashyyyk and started like enslaving the Wookiees,
yeah.
he didn't like that. So the reason why Chewbacca owes Han the life debt and is always with him and helping him is because Han rescued Chewie from the Imperials and like they became smugglers essentially. Like he rescued him and then became a wanted man with the Empire, and then they went and became smugglers for Jabba.
That explains.
So I don't
that
know.
explains some things.
I don't know if the movie's actually going to take place, like, if it's going to cover any of that. But I imagine that part of the timeline would probably be somewhere around in between. Either at the same time as 3 or around 3.
Do we know who's going to play him?
Yeah. All I know is that Donald Glover is Lando Calrissian in
Yeah.
on Han Solo movie.
And Emilia Clarke's is in it.
Yeah. Emilia Clarke is Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones.
My queen.
Everybody's your queen.
No.
No.
Well, he is a queen.
Yeah. That's another podcast.
Yes.
Welcome to the Queen Podcast,
No, that already exists. We can't do
where
that.
we talk about Queen and Queen the band.
God, that'd be cool, actually. I like Queen. But anyway, yeah. So there's me. All right, that's me. Tyler, homie.
I'd have to say 3.5, 4, 5, 1, 3,
If you
6,
spit on me,
7.
I'm going to hurt you.
3.5. What, Rogue One?
Rogue One. Yeah.
Okay, so Rogue One.
Rogue One, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Phantom Menace, Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Jedi.
Rogue One would
Oh,
probably.
so you do the machete hit cut. You do like Rogue One and 3, 4, or then 4, 5, and then
Now why?
1, 2, 3, and then 6,
Why?
and then 7.
Yeah, why?
Because fuck Attack of the Clones, that's why.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, no, wait. You mean you skip 2?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
why-
no, you-
Why that way,
Why
though?
start in the middle and then go back?
Well, Rogue One kind of explains leading up to Episode 4 with the whole idea of why Episode 4 exists in the first place, other than Luke comes in the picture. But so I think it's important to kind of start with that first, and that's honestly what I feel is what should have been A New Hope, is kind of explaining more in detail of how the Rebels got the plans to the Death Star. And then 4, obviously, because it's the next one.
Okay.
Episode 5, because that's when you get to see Vader at his most badass. What would you call that? Kind of your
The greatest
peak?
movie of all time. Let's just call it that.
His
What,
badass.
Empire
Yeah,
Strikes Back?
peak, yeah.
Yeah, at his
Yeah,
peak.
Empire
you can see
Strikes
that.
Back is probably a lot of people.
It's the greatest sequel. I can say that definitely.
Yeah. Well, Return of
Episode-
the Jedi. No.
No.
Alien 2, man.
My dad used to make me watch that when I was like 7, and it gave me nightmares.
Alien?
But yeah.
Lost World, Jurassic Park. There we go. Greatest.
No.
Don't
Anyways,
have to
we're getting totally off track here.
Sorry.
Let's get back on track.
Star Trek
Um,
2, Wrath of Khan. Greatest sequel ever.
Okay.
Well, now you're just like, you brought sacrilege.
Toy
into the
Story
temple.
2.
No, because we
Well,
started that
yeah, we do
conversation.
like Star Trek as much as we like Star Wars. So.
That's
Yeah.
Whatever.
I would say equal.
Hey,
You
now.
need to calm down.
He
We're
needs to
all
sue this-
sci-fi nerds. I just like Star Wars better than
Anyway.
Star Trek.
Anyways,
sorry.
Episode 1's. I'm sorry, Trekkies. Don't go fuck yourself, but I don't really like you. So
He doesn't like Star Trek. It's not that he doesn't like you.
He
He doesn't like Star Trek. And
Anyways,
that's okay.
Episode 1, because you get to see, you got your hopes built up of
There are no hopes
seeing-
built in episode 1.
seeing how badass,
That's why it's called the Phantom Menace.
You literally...
It's a
seeing how
Phantom
badass
Hope.
Darth Vader.
It should have been called the
Should have been.
Phantom Hope.
It should have been something completely fucking different.
Y'all
Um,
no kidding.
So that's the only reason why I like
Fucking
Episode 1.
I
also really like-
Binks
I also really like Episode 1 because of Qui-Gon Jinn. He's probably my favorite Jedi.
I agree with that.
He's pretty cool.
He
He's
is
a bitch.
I like him. He is not. Everybody's a bitch for you.
No,
Darth Vader's
Vader-
a bitch.
Yeah, he is. But
I'm sorry,
there are
Bill.
very few. There are very few people in the cinematic universe of Star Wars
Well, no.
that have not proven to be a bitch at some point.
Well,
The reason
why?
why-
You know why? Sorry.
He's got a
She
point.
fucked Han. That's a bitch move.
Oh my
What?
goodness! How? How was that?
Cause it made fucking this little shithead right here.
That's why he's kneeling right now to Darth Vader. Look what you did!
Excellent. He fainted. We get the first 5 seconds, and I'll just.
Are you done?
Do you need a towel?
I think he's done. He's good.
Episode 3.
Eventually we'll get to the
Um,
runs out of oxygen.
What happened to Vader?
You fainted from your fucking laughing.
Still not.
Stop! I got it.
Alright, Jesus.
If you guys make me spit wine, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's your own damn fault. Alright.
Alright, episode 3, because it has my favorite lightsaber duel in it. Which is obviously between Anakin and Obi-Wan. But
That is the... Okay.
No.
No,
Speak your
continue.
mind, bitch.
Dude, that is the worst fucking lightsaber duel ever.
Why?
Don't do it, Anakin! I have the high ground!
it doesn't matter!
Slice, slice! Oh, look, you're a crispy crater on the fucking coast of a volcano! I'm gonna leave you here because I'm a piece of shit.
I disagree. Anakin does not sound like Scooby-Doo in that episode.
Alright, I'll give you that. Yeah, it doesn't sound like
okay.
Scooby-Doo.
And then episode 6, because it finalizes.
Fucking shit! Knock it off! Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
Would you stop already?
I'm surprised all the tacos are getting in.
It's not the end of the day yet.
You're correct, it isn't.
I'm sorry.
Are you done now?
I hope to God.
No, you're probably not done. I mean,
No.
it'll probably make you laugh at another
More
point.
like gung gung.
Not as good a laugh.
I'm
Not as
gonna
good
go
as laugh.
piss No, we're not done. I just.
Anyway, you come back. You're
He's in
good.
the restroom.
Yeah. Oh, okay, we'll wait until Dirk gets back so that
It's gonna be cut out.
it's not going to be cut out. Here, scoot your chair a little closer.
Sorry that it's giggling. I'm
Gonna
giggling
get you in
today.
front of me. Yeah, you're giggling
I
today.
don't know why.
It's probably because you're super relaxed.
Bloopers. This is going on bloopers now.
It's probably because you're super relaxed there, big guy. I'm going to
I'm
bend
not
you
drinking alcohol!
No, you're lightening up.
Your face is lighting up. I'll kill you all.
Sure, okay. Just remember Twi'lek sex.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll bend that Twi'lek over a barrel and show her the 50 states.
The front door.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'll just grab a fucking Leku and make her go all derpy when I fucking
Oh.
pound her in the ass. There you go. See, he's lightening up. You didn't know. He didn't get all like fucking red and like I fucking hate you when I said that.
Right.
I hate you!
You used to do that.
No! Brother Anakin.
Welcome back, Dirk.
Sorry about that.
Anyways,
His giggling
continuing.
made me have to piss.
Continuing.
All right, so episode 3 because it has your favorite lightsaber duel in it.
Right. Episode 6 because it finalizes the story of Anakin. It should have finalized the story of Luke
Kind of did.
It kind of.
until now
How so?
How so?
How so?
because he's training Rey.
No. I mean, how would 6 have finalized?
That's a different.
Finalized Luke.
That's a different.
Because he brought balance to the Force. That was his destiny.
Technically, it's Anakin's destiny because he's the chosen one.
Which, actually, technically, if you think about it, Anakin was the one who brought balance to the Force.
There has never been balance to the Force.
That's
well,
true.
No, that was bad.
Well, yeah,
No.
there was.
If
There was.
they keep trying to find somebody to bring balance to the Force, then there never is balance to the Force.
There was balance in the Old Republic because all the Jedi and all the Sith were dead.
Then why would they need new people to come in?
Because
and bring
people
balance?
just keep fucking. Oh no one was looking for the balance back then. But Jolie Bindo found it though. He did. He was a gray. He was a gray Jedi in the first one.
Newbie. Who?
Jolie Bindo is one of the companions you can acquire in the Knights of the Old Republic video game.
He's kind of a badass, actually.
Yeah, you find him on you find him on the ground level of Kashyyyk because all the Wookiees live up in the trees. But like they call the bottom level like the ground floor of that the Shadowlands where they all go hunting. And when you get exiled from like if you use your claws or do something that's like against Wookiee like law kind of stuff, they don't really kill you. They just banish you down to the Shadowlands. So there's like a bunch of fucking crazy ass like feral Wookiees running around.
You're
down
done.
there. Yeah, they don't really kill you because I mean they consider themselves civilized, or at least they try to be. But they just kind of throw people down into the Shadowlands. So there's a bunch of like feral, bloodthirsty Wookiees down there, and like all sorts of crazy fucking monsters that they hunt.
Sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But Jolie Bindo is like an exiled Jedi, and he hid down there in the Shadowlands of Kashyyyk. Yeah,
Kashyyyk.
Nice.
I was gonna say Shrewook, but that was their language, not there. But yeah,
say it louder. I didn't hear.
Shrewook, which is the language. That's what it's called. Is Shrewook.
Okay.
But
See, I'm learning shit.
so yeah, Jolie Bindo was like this gray Jedi. Well, he was a Jedi.
Bindu. There's no it's a U.
Jolie Bindo.
Bindu.
Okay, Jolie Bindo, and he pretty much like found the balance. I guess would be the closest thing to
And he
being
tries-
like a gray Jedi.
He
on
tries
the
to
Shadowlands.
teach. He tries to teach Revan the balance, which is kind of why you get kind of a mixture of Revan between being the prodigal knight of the Republic. I said that wrong, though. Between Revan being a Jedi Knight of the Republic and being the Dark Lord of the Sith, and then Revan eventually just kind of finds the balance between the two. That's why they call him the prodigal knight.
And then completely fucking lose it.
Yeah, and then he completely fucking loses it.
Yeah, but that's a completely different issue. But anyway, yeah. So that's all the balance stuff and the Grey Jedi stuff. That's really interesting. Regardless, so you do movie order, huh?
I haven't even finished yet.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm
I've
on
been,
movie order. Yeah.
I've been trying to
Educate.
I haven't been
Yeah.
giggling as well.
And then episode 7 because it's got Ray in it.
Oh, of course.
Well, that's like your new Bay. I mean, like previous to Ray. I mean, what was it like, Leia or Padme?
Oh, it had to be Padme.
Really?
Yeah, Leia's kind of like
Leia's always Carrie Fisher, man. She's always done it for me.
Carrie Fisher's kind of like I mean, you look at her and you gotta go.
That's fucked up, man. She's
I
dead
disagree. I disagree. Yeah, when she was in the
Blues Brothers.
no, well,
See-
yeah, that too. But no, in episode 4,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
in the detention center.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I loved her in the slave
That's
Leia outfit.
awesome.
I mean, there's a reason why everyone
And
fucking
yeah, the
cosplays
slave-
as slave Leia.
Yes, the
I mean,
slave Leia
she
outfit
looks
was
good,
awesome.
but I don't know. I don't like bitchy people.
Hey, now.
She's not bitchy.
She is.
She's forceful. That's not.
No,
bitchy.
she is bitch.
She's
No, she's not
confident.
bitchy.
She's not bitchy. She's a very confident woman.
She is,
I would
in my
say,
opinion, coming off as bitchy.
in my opinion, and not because I'm married to her, but the woman is very much like Leia in
Confident.
episode 4. Oh yeah.
Very confident.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't known her long enough.
Oh,
so
you
I'm,
will.
I'm not going to say anything.
You will.
What about you?
Do you know her?
No, like
Oh.
fucking.
Jesus.
Oh,
Leia?
Padme, definitely.
Really?
Oh yeah, that's what we grew up with, though. That's the thing. You got to think.
Oh yeah,
We
you
with the
you
Imperials.
both grew up with Padme, and now he's Rey. But I'm
Now-
just surprised that you.
I like Padme better than.
Yeah,
Leia.
yeah, and
I do.
that really surprises me
I
considering
see-
you grew up with Leia.
Padme is sexier to me.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, are
I
we
don't
going
know-
with?
I don't know why.
Oh.
But
I'm the only one that likes Leia. Really?
I would still definitely.
Like, who's the actress? Who's the actress that was Padme? What was it?
Natalie Portman.
Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
She's really skinny, dude.
Well,
I mean, did you see her in
I
Black
agree
Swan?
with that. I do agree with that.
Did you see Black Swan?
Did you see V for Vendetta?
Yeah, she's.
I liked her in that.
Well, she's real thin, man. She gets like pretty.
She's
fucking-
thinner than I prefer.
Yeah, I like a
Yes.
little meat on on the bones, man.
Well done. Well stated.
A little meat on
More
the bones.
cushion for the pushing.
Yeah, that's
No,
pushing it.
well, I mean, no, it's okay. I mean, you know, more power to you. But I mean, I just like a little meat on the bones so that I got something to grab a hold of. You know what I mean? Hey, you got the same thing. Don't be like that.
Don't worry, we'll get you a Twi'lek. Just
I prefer my Rancors over
There you go, ladies. He prefers them tall, dark, and drooling.
Hey, come on. We don't want to isolate the audience.
We're just talking Rancors.
If you consider yourself a Rancor, this is your guy.
I guarantee you, most people don't think of themselves as ranked.
Oh, they probably don't. But if you need an opinion, the three of us will. No,
We'll just throw you at Jacob
probably
here.
won't.
Yeah. He is single, ladies.
No pictures. We don't need that shit.
Technically, so is he. Me and you are the only two that are actually taken.
That's true. I'm still sexy.
Ish.
I don't know
Hey.
why my girlfriend's with me.
Ish.
Hey, at least you gave me an ish for the sexy thing. I appreciate
Oh no,
that.
I was talking about myself.
Well, fuck you.
What, you might have a girl on the line?
Yeah. What's her name?
I don't want to.
Really?
We don't need to know.
I'm not saying it on the podcast.
Is it Ray? Is it Padme?
No.
Is
It's
it
a real.
Leia?
It's a
Leia?
real person.
Is it your hand?
Yeah, my hand is a person.
I got him to say it.
What?
That it's a real person.
It is a real person.
Anyway,
I'm
alright.
real.
I agree.
So
I met her last
got the
weekend.
movie. You got the movie. Oh, so it's just
Alright.
it's blooming.
It's blooming. Yes,
Okay.
it's blooming.
So you got your movie list done. We all got our movie list done.
I
Yes,
hope
we did.
so.
So I think that covers
covers
the
movie
topic.
thing.
That covers the topic, right?
Yeah.
What else?
Do I need to
New
start?
topic?
No, I'm not
No,
starting
there's
the
not
next
a new
one.
topic.
I started this one.
All right.
No, actually, I did.
There is
no,
we don't need another topic.
He looked at me first.
I mean, you look at the time. We don't need a new topic. We're at time, I believe.
Because
Okay.
Whoa.
That would be the cue right
That
there.
would be the cue.
That would be the cue.
Shut the fuck up, Jacob. Get out of here.
No. You get out of here.
Thank you all for joining us in the podcast today. We hope you enjoyed it and that you learned a thing or two.
Hopefully.
Like, subscribe.
Like, subscribe.
Like and
Oh,
subscribe.
the Force Ghost.
Please, by all means,
Whoa.
please join us again next time when we discuss other things.
Yeah.
Have fun. Bye.
Bye.
Come to the dark side.